Everyone, after the topic has been revealed, you will be getting 3 minutes for it, for your jotting down your pointers. Whatever comes to your mind, not to Google, not to do anything. Just keep your videos on so that I can have a check on you guys also. And one thing to remember, brainstorm yourself to different dimensions, as many as you can. Okay. The GD is going to be of 12 minutes approximate. After 10 minutes, the time will pop in. That 2 minutes are left. Okay. So introduction, who wants to go for the introduction today?
Madam, I will introduce me.
Okay, Arun will go for the introduction, Vivek will go for the conclusion. Okay?
Ma'am, I want to introduce.
Both of you can introduce them. Okay? Arun and Vivek can introduce. Anyone who is up for the conclusion? Who wants to conclude?
I would read it.
Okay, Tejas will conclude then. Okay? The time starts now. Start jotting your points. Okay, Arun, you can proceed. Anyone who wants to know, like I should give a startup, how you need to introduce, conclude, and in between, or everyone is aware about it? सबको आइडिया है किस तरह से क्या लाइंस यूज करनी है और आई शुड हेल्प यू गाइस अगेन मानस बताओ भाई
am I audible?
Satish, your internet is still lagging. Yeah, go ahead, but still.
Ma'am, you are asking
I think
question
everyone
whether
is Satish audio lagging for everyone or is it for me only?
Lagging.
Lagging ना Satish थोड़ा network check कर लेना अपना ठीक है चलो Arun go once at the end I will brief you out right ठीक है Arun Satish try to participate in between or at the end I'm going to just check your connectivity I'll solve your questions okay चलो Arun go ahead.
Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Arun. I'm very happy to initiate this group discussion. The topic given today is impact of climate change in Indian economy. I think agriculture sector is also one of the main economy for India. And impact of the climate issue on agriculture sector is unseasonal rainfalls in India, because of which there is a loss of crop yield, which impacts on economy of our India. And these climate issues is coming because of various emissions like CO2 emissions, etc. And finally, we are responsible for that, whatever happening. Now, I open the house to all participate in this group discussion.
Okay, Vivek, friends, go ahead with the
there is one point I want to add is like CO2 emission.
Vivek, you want to introduce or just a second? Vivek, you want to introduce or you just are adding the point now?
No, ma'am, I want to introduce also.
Just go with the introduction. I'm giving you a chance for that. Okay. And then the house will open. Then you will open the house for discussion.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vivek Kumar. And today's topic is as given impact of climate change on Indian economy. So, and my point of view about this topic is deforestation is one of the problem that occurs to increase the temperature of the environment, and another one is the CO2 emission, which is occurs in different type of factories, different type of industries, and for this government initiate the लक्ष्य गवर्नमेंट ने इसका लक्ष्य रखा है 2017 तक नेट एमिशन जीरो करने के लिए सो दैट वी कैन रिड्यूस द टेम्परेचर ऑफ द क्लाइमेट एंड नाउ आई एम ओपनिंग द हाउस फॉर ऑल सो दैट वी कैन go for healthy discussion and reach to the final conclusion which are very fruitful for us.
Okay friends, my name is Surendra. I want to some points to Vivek and Arun. So there is an impact of climate change in Indian economy because of there is a pact of Paris Pact. There are so many countries come together and fought against the climate change and net zero emissions, which are all. So they impose some sanctions on trade and import and exports. So by the way, if we do not reduce our net zero emissions, greenhouse, and to improve our industrial policy, so the sanctions also imposed by the nation. Yeah. So it's a nodal country, nodal officer is United Nations Development Program on Environment. So it is the nodal agency which foresee the sanctions and imposes trade constraints. All the so by the way, so it's also some problem to our Indian national economy. So we are the most most of our fuel consumption and the imports are depends on the OPEC countries like oil producing and exporting countries. So it is also made some impact. And another one is the Indian is more prone to the earthquakes. So we see in Himalayan regions, it is more prone to earthquake. So for infrastructure development, it is not feasible the Himalayan region. So recently we also see that Bangalore city, the 83% of the area is completely covered with the concrete. So thereby thereby the groundwater also decreased, and so many companies are more migrated from that city. So it is the major fact that if we protect the environment and in a harmonical way, so it will help us. Otherwise, we will be facing many problems. So that's my opinion.
Yes, friends, I think most of the points are partially correct, and we also have to add to that is impact on the impact on the Indian economy will be like we have to focus on whatever drought or whatever flood is generated due to that climate change. We have to pause the economical activities and do the reconstruction of that activities, rebuilding that things whichever lost in that due to the climate change. So maybe it is an intense drought or the famine. Because of that, it will be very economy will be affected, and it will be pace will be reduced.
I would like to point out, now, as our friend said, flash floods and damage due to property is very much impact on the economy other than other things. Nowadays, due to the climate change, there are more flash floods and there are more destruction in the cities like Chennai and other Bangalore. And one of the major impacts due to climate change is upon agriculture sector, where we see the decrease of production, and there is no much necessity. We don't get that production that well due to the climatic changes. And the main one thing is global warming. Due to global warming, our cities are getting hotter. For that, we have to now charge more electricity, and we are using for coolers and ACs, and we are using transportation very much. Due to this climate change, we are using much more energy than before. So that in that way, we are mostly taking out our Indian economy very bad due to the climate changes now. Thank you.
No, I doesn't agree
I want
with
to
you.
add one more point to
Because
Raj Kamal.
agriculture
As you
sector
said,
contributes
as you
only
said,
18%
global
of
warming.
GDP. So it doesn't affect much more the economy, because agriculture sector. So once upon a time in our ancient and independence day times, the agriculture sector contributes the more, even the 65%. But nowadays the agriculture sector is contributing only 18%, and the service sector is contributing the more. So it may not be affect the more in agriculture sector. It doesn't affect more the economy.
Surender, I think agriculture is okay, 18% GDP it is contributing, but more than 50% of the population is involved in agricultural activities. So I think individual level, if everyone stops the production of water intense crops, which they use generally in India, and usage of excess water in where it is not required, like we can use drip irrigation in that place, and we can use precision farming, like pesticides can be reduced at that form. So like individual level, it will affect a lot.
Raj Komal,
Yeah,
as you
in
said that we use different type of ACs and cooler. So for AC से बहुत सारे मतलब जो क्लोरोफ्लोरो कार्बन निकलते हैं जो कि हमारे ओजोन लेयर को डिप्लीट करते जा रहे हैं टाइम टू टाइम, और इस वजह से अल्ट्रा वायलेट रेज जो होती है हमारे मतलब स्वास्थ्य के लिए हानिकारक होती है, वेरी हार्मफुल फॉर अस। डिफरेंट टाइप की डिजीज मतलब उत्पन्न करती है, जिससे मतलब जो है काफी हेल्थ सेक्टर में हमको सुधार करना पड़ेगा उन डिजीज को रेक्टिफाई करने के लिए।
Vivek, there are other refrigerants
Yes,
also,
climate
not
change
only
is also
chlorofluorocarbons.
increasing.
There are
one of
various.
Yes, it is also
them.
increasing the energy consumption, the total energy consumption of India. So we have to export the oil and the energy from other countries, further adding to the economic depletion of our country.
Yes, Nayan, I think for that India already started life initiative. So for that we have to change our lifestyle also for the environment, and it will affect like what do you say, greenhouse gases emission will be reduced in that if we adopt this lifestyle. So for example, if you are using cycle instead of bike for going to office
Friends,
or that kind of things.
Yes, I've got a point.
I would like to reply to Surendra about this.
The energy.
recently we
Go
had a
ahead.
wheat exportation ban. Have everyone know wheat exportation ban? Why these kind of bans will occur? Because there is a climate change because of which there is a scarcity in wheat production. Because of that only our government imposed ban on wheat exportation. Because of these only climatic issues only, these kind of imposed conditions will come, I think.
I would like to add
And
one more
Indian
point. Heat
government
energy,
also
heat
started.
radiation has also increased.
Yes,
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 the heat
go ahead.
radiation has also increased and like causing many skin diseases in animals and livestock, further affecting the economy.
As
And
So I
government
would
also
like to add a
I would
point.
like to reply to Surendra about that. He told about agriculture is only 18%. We are not doing that much now. Service center is more. But we should know that we are mostly dependent on villages for the agriculture. If the agriculture is given a very bad hit, then inflation will be increased. Our cost will be increased. Then how can you live in a city with that much high living cost? Now rents are increasing. Everything is increasing. Due to the climate change only, we are facing this inflation and cost increase. If you think that agriculture is only less and we can increase it, we can pay anything with service sector, means it's not right now. Agriculture sector is backbone of India, as we know from the beginning onwards. The climate change is very important while taking about agriculture sector. It's not like to take it lightly. It should be taken responsibly.
So
That's why
action.
the
So I would like
government
to
should
add a point.
also implement some sanctions, some schemes. That is the 20% blend of ethanol. So for that, by using that, we can reduce the emissions and by
So
encouraging
friends, I would
Uh,
sorry
vehicles.
to interrupt, but I've got a point. So firstly, as we have seen that there is a rise of temperature, frequent heat waves, erratic and irregular rainfalls, droughts and floods occurring in various parts of India. So which has affected crop yield and threatening the food security of millions of people. And the coastal areas are also at risk of getting flooded. So the actions that needs to be taken, I believe, is shifting to solar and wind powers. Firstly, that we could do. Secondly, we should be less dependent upon fossil fuels and lessen the emissions of greenhouse gases. Uh, Thirdly, we should go for sustainable transport solution, not
Tejas,
just
I think we should talk on impacts, I think, not measures. We should talk on impacts of climate.
Yes, yes.
yeah. So measures we have discussed so far. So like we have discussed. So we should discuss measures as well. So
yes,
we should do more and more. We should we should develop facilities for natural reservoirs and lakes. We should also cultivate rainwater harvesting at every society or building level, so that the groundwater level is increased. So these are the possible measures that could be taken uh, in
I,
order to in order to
yes, I agree with you, Tejas. Flooding has not only caused depletion of crop yield, but also many houses are displaced. Many are rendered homeless because of flooding. In recent times, many northeastern states have been flooded. Government have taken initiatives also to mitigate the risks because of the melting glaciers.
एज वी नो कि इंडिया में मोस्ट ऑफ द पावर जनरेट होती है थर्मल पावर प्लांट से, जो कि मतलब बहुत सारे डिफरेंट टाइप के स्मोक प्रोड्यूस करते हैं, जो एनवायरनमेंट के लिए काफी मतलब डेंजरस है. सो इसके लिए हमको सोलर पावर प्लांट की तरफ जाना चाहिए. सोलर प्लांट, इवन विंड पावर प्लांट एंड सम अदर सोर्स आल्सो विच आर नॉट मतलब पोल्यूशन जो क्रिएट ना करें, तो ये एक मेजर हो सकता है।
Yes, yes, sustainable energy is the way
Okay,
to go,
guys,
I think.
and the time is up. Now listen carefully to one thing which I'm going to proceed with the arguments which you have presented. First, I would like to listen the conclusion. Tejas, go with the conclusion once.
Okay, friends, I take this opportunity to conclude the discussion. Since we had a good discussion and we could reach some of the concises. Some of them we discussed some of the points such as CO2 gas emission, deforestation, Bangalore groundwater storage issue, then floods in Chennai. We also discussed agriculture contributes to 18%, but I feel that it is although it contributes to 18%, but it is very food is basic necessity of every human being, and India is an agricultural country, so we should focus more on agriculture. Pesticide should be lessened, we discussed. Then changing lifestyle of each and every individual level. So also we discussed some of the measures such as rainwater harvesting, cultivating lakes and natural reservoirs, and lessen the use of chlorofluorocarbon. Chlorofluorocarbons contents in air conditioners. I believe these are the possible measures. If these measures, along with some other measures, are not undertaken, then we would find cities such as Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata being the next Atlantis, and Himalayas will also have the rivers nearby. So I believe that we as a nation will take proper measures to lessen the climate change. Since we are host nation for G20 this year. Thank you so much.
Just tell me, if you listen to this conclusion, what was the topic? Can anyone tell me what was the topic?
Impact
of climate change on Indian economy.
Exactly. And what you guys are discussing? Have we discussed all the
Climate change.
impacts? Yes, the impacts are there of climate change, and it is impacting our Indian economy on the huge extent. How it is impacting, कितना % हमारा खराब हो रहा है, किस तरह से impact पड़ रहा है, agriculture खराब हो रही है, कैसे हो रही है, how it is being done. Farmers are unable to decide which crops to produce because of the unpredictable seasons. That is first thing. Do you know, like, the kind of the heat strokes which are being there, the workforce, the laborers, anyone discuss about the laborers? They're not able to work. The work are being cut because this is the problem. And then if you talk about the infrastructure, floods आते तो सबसे पहले impact किसमें होता है? Infrastructure खराब होता है ना? Infrastructure पे पैसे लगा है इंडिया का, and that is being demolished. तो क्या है वो? Impact नहीं है Indian economy का. What you guys are discussing? Are you even discussing and serious on this extent? Everyone is giving the pointers which are not even like relatable. They just, what kind of a conclusion it was? Was it related to the impact of Indian economy? Did we say yes? And did we say that yes, at the conclusion level, with the serious, okay, at this very start, Arun started the topic and Vivek started the topic, right? Arun, tell me first thing, how you are happy to introduce a topic like Indian economy kharab ho rahi hai? You know, your liners, or same tarah se Tejas ki ending. It was a good discussion. How can your discussion be good on the topic of a serious concern? These liners are very generic, like, okay, everyone, this was a good discussion. If you have topics with a positive note, use your brains in that context. If it is a serious concern, topic which is impacting our economy, topic which is not good for our country, this cannot be a serious one. It is like you would have start with Arun like this, that, okay, I got an opportunity to introduce this topic, and then you are going to give me an introductory line that, yes, the climate change, you have to tell the meaning of climate change first. Meaning batao, and this is impacting our Indian economy on a huge run. There are a number of factors like agriculture is being exploited. You can say the water scarcity is there, and lots of other reasons which I would like my teammates to unfold one by one. कि मेरी बाकी teammates करें one by one. ठीक है, एक एक करके सभी लोग participate करें and you open the house for discussion. Use proper liner, guys. Arun, not a good start. Okay. Same for Vivek. तुम लोग अपने pointers बताने पे आ गए, like what are the pointers, what are being required for this part, like क्या क्या impacts है. तुम्हें पहले introduction देने वाले person का काम होता है to give a channelizing of this discussion. You have to be different and you have to regulate the discussion. You guys are not even aware about it, right? Second is, when you're discussing about this topic, when you come about the remedies तब start करो discuss करना जब आपके सारे important pointers cover हो गए हो. तुम लोगों ने कितने पॉइंटर्स कवर किए? तेजस कंक्लूजन कैसा था? It was not good one. Practice on this case. It is not a good discussion, so you would have started by this. Okay, everyone. So I, on the behalf of everyone, is going to conclude the group discussion. And yes, it's a great serious concern that we have already discussed. We have tried to figure out number of pointers how in this is impacting our Indian economy. We try to discuss about, you can call about the agriculture sector. India is a main hub in agriculture sector, and our agriculture is being exploited due to the climate change. कभी फ्लड आ जाता है, कभी हीट स्ट्रोक है, हमारी फॉसिल्स, हमारी फ्यूल्स, हमारी जो भी आपकी ये चीजें हैं, हाउ द फूड विल बी रेगुलेटेड? अगर फूड नहीं होगा तो स्कार्सिटी है तो इन्फ्लेशन. दिस इज द वे इट गोज ऑन. सेकंड क्या आ गया? जो फीड और फॉडर है वो रिड्यूस हो रहा है. जो एनिमल्स है, एनिमल्स के लिए भी तो खराब है ना. Animals are also being impacted. That leads to our economy में contribution करते हैं. How the milk is being consumed, right? So all these animal is being exploited to any run. Then you could talk about the large excess of rainfall हो रही है, तो water की scarcity. कुछ generic points डालो, पर पहले तो Indian economy की बात करो. Infrastructure is being on the big run, and number of you can call it as the temples were being demolished, on which we have spent lakhs or crores of money. आपको incident rate करते, कितने फ्लड्स में आके क्या क्या डिस्ट्रक्शंस हुई हैं. You guys not prepare a topic, right? And I told you about this topic on Friday, didn't I?
Yes.
Then why didn't you prepare it? I told you, be serious first of all of you. Surendra, same mistake जो उस दिन की थी. What was the feedback which I gave you? What was the feedback? Don't go for, you go long. Ask anyone or see your recording. When everyone is listening to your point, they're not even attentive. It's not anyone can tell you out. Why? Because when your pointer goes long, you are telling me number of pointers. Surendra, agriculture का, nodal agency का, then 85% cover हो जाता है. मतलब एक ही time पे you're trying to give me number of pointers. How can you discuss on one single point at a time? Improve this mistake, okay? It's not a good one. See, I'm not trying to demean anyone. It's being a straightforward feedback to all of you.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sumant, you're trying to give me content like Indian economy hoga flood. You're discussing about climate change more than Indian economy. Content sahi direction mein tha. Participation was good. Same for Raj Komal. I tell you one point, like dams ka point diya tha Raj Komal ne, global warming ka, temperature use. You're trying to link it up, but thoda sabhi ki Raj ki jo point tha, agriculture inflation, that was a very good point. अगर एग्रीकल्चर वाला पार्ट रिड्यूस हो जाएगा तो इन्फ्लेशन होगी और सिर्फ इसमें किस तरह से रैप अप करना. सी, कंटेंट के बेसिस पे यू विन इट आउट, एंड राज गेव दैट पॉइंट, नन अदर पर्सन कुड गिव इट आउट. अब नया ने पॉइंट दिया था स्किन डिसीजेस वाला ऑन एनिमल्स एंड ऑल दैट, एंड यू जस्ट एंडेड इट विद दैट इट इंपैक्ट्स इंडियन इकोनॉमी. हाउ, नयन? यू हैव टू एक्सप्लेन इट आउट.
And the livestock are impacted.
Livestock, yeah. So it's not about skin diseases. We call it out as the climate change. They impact, or you can say they give a negative boon to the animal stock also, which lead to our contribution in the economy also in number of ways. अकेला स्किन डिसीजेस छोड़ दोगे तो उन्होंने कहना क्या ही करना. स्किन तो ह्यूमंस के भी हो रही है आजकल. ह्यूमंस का हमने बेसिक कहना, फॉडर्स रिड्यूस हो रहे हैं, फीड हो रही है, इस वजह से एनिमल्स का जो हमें फीड मिलता है, सपोज टॉकिंग अबाउट एनी एनिमल, काउज आर देयर, बफेलोज आर देयर, एनीथिंग, ऑब्वियसली उनकी जो अगर कंजप्शन वो ही नहीं सर्वाइव कर पाएंगे तो हमारे भी तो आएगा ना आगे से, हमारा फूड वाला स्पॉइल होगा. तो पॉइंट को एक्सप्लेन करो. क्लियर? सतीश, यू डिड नॉट पार्टिसिपेट. Why didn't you participate, Satish?
Ma'am, you said that you joined the last because you're not.
No, I told don't join on last. What I meant is that listen to everyone. I'll resolve your questions on the last.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. I didn't mean it that you don't speak at all in the group discussion. Do join at 5 if you missed it out. You know the pointers now, but still try to join it out and talk about some pointers. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Now listen very carefully. Vivek, also improve your fluency. ठीक है? थोड़ा improve करो, content को भी improve करो. Take the topics very seriously. Only the one participation I would say it out. Raj, your content was good. That's it. None other was doing you can say a good job today. It's not about speaking more, guys. It's about speaking quality points and speaking at the right time. That is important in group discussion. Plus your presentation, plus the number of times you participate, everything comes up. But start preparing. Notepads लगा लो छोटे छोटे से. कोई ज्यादा नहीं लगेगा, 10-20 रुपीज का नोट पैड आ जाएगा, या कॉपी ले लो एक, उस पर रोज के पॉइंटर्स जीडी के टॉपिक्स करो इफ यू रियली वांट टू स्कोर वेल इन दिस थिंग. इफ डोंट देन देयर इज नो इशू. ठीक है, बी सीरियस इन इट. Tomorrow's topic will be on social media. I'm already telling you how I've divided your days. I'm going to divide your day-wise day. That tomorrow it's on social media. Today it was on this environment. Yesterday it was on entertainment. The day before yesterday it was a proverbial topic. 4 different segments. और फिर मैं repeat करना शुरू करूंगी इसी segment पे, एक आपका पक्का होता रहेगा point. ठीक है? And I'll tell you the cracking code also. Do 2 more GDs, and then I'll tell you some tips how you need to do it. आपको कॉपी के साइड पे 6-10 पॉइंट्स लिखवाऊंगी. जैसे कोई जीडी स्टार्ट होगा, अवेयरनेस, कैंपेनिंग, सोशल, ये गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसीज. अब जो गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसी वाला पॉइंट है ना, वो किसी में भी आ जाएगा. एनी जीडी यू गो फॉर. आज का टॉपिक क्या था? इम्पैक्ट्स ऑफ क्लाइमेट चेंज ऑन इंडियन इकोनॉमी. कुछ नहीं आता ना तुम लोग को, स्पोर्ट्स में कोई पॉइंट नहीं मिल रहा. Just speak it like that. Government is doing a number of tasks. Government is taking a lot of initiatives. सरकार पे छोड़ दो. ये गवर्नमेंट भी, सरकार भी, इंडियन ये जो डिस्ट्रक्शन हो रही है हमारी क्लाइमेट चेंज की वजह से, कुछ ना कुछ कर रही है. जैसे कार्बन एमिशंस वाला पॉइंट, वो गवर्नमेंट के साथ लिंक करके बोल दो. इस तरह से देयर आर सम सेफ कोड आल्सो व्हिच आई टेल यू हाउ यू हैव टू जस्ट ओवरकम. अगर कोई पॉइंट नहीं याद आएगा, सरकार वाला पॉइंट याद आ जाएगा. लोगों में अवेयरनेस, दिस थिंग कुड बी रिजॉल्व्ड बाय स्प्रेडिंग अवेयरनेस. That everyone should be aware that yes, we need to take the right steps. अब ये 2 कॉमन पॉइंट्स है. ऐसे और 3-4 पॉइंट्स होते हैं, बट वो है कि क्रैकिंग द कोड्स. जब तुम्हें कुछ नहीं आए तो मैं तुम्हें बताऊंगी. अभी थोड़ा ट्राई करो, पढ़ो, पहले प्रैक्टिस करो. किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम है, आस्क मी इन दैट कॉन्टेक्स्ट. अरुण एंड विवेक, इंट्रोडक्शन पे थोड़ा और वर्क करो. सेम फॉर तेजस. Practice it in a different run. If you're not able to do it in the next 2 days also, drop the introductions and drop the conclusion. Don't do it in the finals. It's not compulsory to do it. Okay? Take the right path which can help you in clearing it off. It's not about doing everything. That's not going to be the easy task. Now, if anyone has got doubts, the person can ask me. Yeah, Sumant, go ahead.
Ma'am, everyone are trying to give their points, but only problem we are getting in discussion is like maintaining the continuity of the topic, because everyone are trying to give different like points. And
because you have not. And how many of you have just tell me very straight? How many of you have read the topic? I told you about reading about the environment. क्या environment का point था? कोई different? कोई policy environment?
मैम 1986 में गवर्नमेंट ने एक इन्वायरमेंट एक्ट बनाया था मैम, जिसको मतलब ये डिफॉरेस्टेशन वगैरह को रोकने के लिए. एंड अनदर वन इज यूनाइटेड नेशन.
इंट्रो में क्यों नहीं बोले पॉइंट्स? इंट्रोडक्शन में पॉइंट्स बोलने वाले थे, या कंक्लूजन में ये क्यों नहीं बोले? Why I want to make you prepare in this things that you have plenty of things. अगर वहां पे नहीं आता तुम्हें, अब एनवायरनमेंट का कोई भी टॉपिक आए, सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स आएगा, एनवायरनमेंट के 10 टॉपिक गिना दूंगी मैं तुम्हें इस टाइम पे.
यूनाइटेड नेशन
कर सकते हो
का क्लाइमेट कन्वेंशन. सर एक में और याद आ रहा था, लेकिन इसमें बोल नहीं पाया.
तो बचा के रखते हैं पॉइंट. We don't have to say the points ना. 2070 कार्बन एमिशंस, SDG 16 गोल्स, 17 गोल्स, वो क्यों नहीं करते हो भाई तुम लोग ये पॉइंट्स बचा के कहाँ लेकर जाने हैं? जब तो मैं बोल रही हूँ पढ़ के आओ, मतलब मैं अपने आप को बाकियों से डिफरेंट करके आऊंगा. कोई कोड याद कर लो, कोई चीज रट्टा मार लो. ठीक है? अंडरस्टैंड टू इट्स एक्सटेंट. सुमंत, इट्स ऑल अबाउट इट. यू हैव टू बी वेरी मच. नाउ राज का एक पॉइंट था, इट वाज नॉट अबाउट एनी एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी पॉइंट, but his point was the most relevant to the topic. Now that is why out of all, if you have one has to be safe, it would be Raj. Though the participation was less, you can say the content, only 2 pointers were relevant. That is all about talking relevant and talking, providing linkage. Okay? It's all about, see, practice it to the right extent. I don't know why you guys are not doing it out. Same time, I'm going to keep it tomorrow also. 2 slots will be there. Don't miss it out now. Every day, it will be a analyzing one. Okay? Clear?
Okay,
clear.
Okay, everyone? Clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 o'clock also same discussion.
Yeah, topic will be same, Satish, because I want that all of you should not miss the topic. If Vijender sir takes it out today, the topic might be different, right? So at that also you can attend it. That is a different one. But 5 PM वाला मैं fix है, topic यही रहेगा. ठीक है? So in case, otherwise you can attend tomorrow, Satish. It can be, you can attend it tomorrow, no worries. Points note कर लेना अपनी तरफ से, topic याद करना शुरू कर दो.
Ma'am,
Yes,
some
अभी
small
टॉपिक के पॉइंटर्स याद होने चाहिए. Yes, Surendra?
ma'am, I relate the topic with some nation imposes the sanctions. If there is a pact, ma'am, Paris Pact, COP28. So these
Yes,
are all
you
We don't have.
PCL.
Vivek, Surendra,
Good
it's not
one.
about formulating policy. The topic is how impacting on Indian economy. पैसा कैसे जा रहा है? How the money is being impacted. That is the question. The question is not only about climate change. The reasons of climate change, what government is taking measures to implement or measures to take precaution of climate change. At that time, your pointers were valid. Otherwise, it's not. Na? Topic को समझ के करना है. It's not about like putting anything. Yeah, you should have now after the end of discussion, take a pen and paper out. You have still 15-20 minutes for two, right? You have to devote 1 hour to GD every day. And what you have to do is Google it out, anything. What do you mean by, you understand? Definition likho, meaning likho climate change ka. Agar climate change ke 4 topics बनते हैं. Either it can be how to, you can say, what are the measures you have to take, the precautions for the climate change, reasons of climate change, how it is impacting Indian economy, SDGs के बारे में. कुछ भी ये चीज आती है तो आपकी मीनिंग क्लियर होना चाहिए क्लाइमेट चेंज का. देन इट इज ऑल अबाउट व्हाट गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसीज आर बीइंग टेकन एंड देन द पॉइंटर्स व्हिच वी डिस्कस्ड. दैट्स इट. कितना बड़ा टास्क है तुम्हारा. एक बार तुम लिख लोगे हाथ से तुम्हें टॉपिक तैयार हो जाएगा तुम्हारा.
Madam, any suggestions for me?
याराज,
For me, any suggestions like how can I improve in any part of it?
Raj,
Where
it
I
was
will
just that one thing out there. Otherwise, your participation was less. Your content needs still to be like more. You have to choose the right words for the right time. बीच में अगर एक बार participation करोगे, I am noticing your one pointer at a time. I am listening to you all the guys very carefully and making my own notes about your personal feedbacks. There, it cannot be like this. वहां पे आपको अगर एक पॉइंट मिस हो गया मतलब आपका एक स्टार पॉइंट मिस हो गया तो 2-3 बार तो पार्टिसिपेशन करो एट द वेरी स्टार्ट, इन बिटवीन एंड द एंड. सीक्वेंस मेंटेन करनी होती है राज. ठीक है. You have to participate in 12 minutes है तो 3 times participation करना फिक्स रखना अपना. Minimum 3 to 4 is a time of participation. These things I'll guide you in future also, don't worry about it. But थोड़ा पढ़ के आओ. और कल के लिए टॉपिक है, I'm telling you again and again now. What was the topic which I told right now?
Social media.
social media.
Social media, good. तो social media के बारे में कुछ पढ़ के आना ताकि you are the ones who is the star of the performance of the GD tomorrow. Clear guys? Okay? चलो.
Ma'am,
All the
actually,
best,
this
guys.
is my first time.
Yeah.